Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Wildflower Wills YouTube channel. I am Louise, and it's Monday, which means it is Cast On Day here at Wildflower Will. Every Monday, I'm casting on a brand new project, and yeah, that's right. It means 52 plus new projects every year. So it's lots of fun. There's lots of starts and there's a few finishes along the way. So, everybody, tonight's format is going to be the exact same as every Monday. You guys are going to grab some knitting, get comfy, and we're going to chat for an hour. We're going to talk about the yarn you all were voting for this week's project. And I have two other projects to show you. Um, it's 2 week sweater knitting challenge is on right now. So all of my knitting has been on that project for the last couple of days. So let me grab the yarn that you were voting for. So Monday morning, how Monday mornings usually go around here is I come into the yarn room and look around and kind of like, what would I love to knit this week? Now, I do have to say that this project is not going to get knit this week. I will cast it on tonight to say it's on the needles, maybe knit a row or two, so it's set up. So if I feel the need to take a break from the sweater, I could do a couple rows, but honestly, that won't happen because I'm going to need every minute. So this project really was more like, what would I like to knit in 2 weeks' time? What would I like to get on the needles and ready to end February with? So this is what I found. So it was kind of fun coming into the yarn room and looking around at all the shelves. And it's like, ooh, what do I have? What do I want to knit with? So both of these skeins came from my stash. This Noro ball has been in my stash for I don't even want to guess how long. I mean, we're talking, oh, like over 12 years, probably. And I'm kind of guess like look at these colors. It is super pretty, but not my colors at all. I mean, there is some yellow in there, and I do like pink and yellow together, but typically when I look at this, I'm seeing pink. It's the first color that jumps out at me, and I'm not really a pink person, but it looks very springy, very bright, very fun. So hi everybody. I see a bunch of people chatting in the chat here. Debbie and Jocelyn and Anne and Carol, Debbie, Liz, Sally. Oh, Sally said she voted for Noro. Hi, Nancy and Katie and Susanna, Alice, Catherine. Who else is up here? Nikki and Liz. So, okay, so a few people are saying, I see Debbie is saying Noro, Noro, Noro. I know it's very pretty. There was lots of comments about this, saying it's springtime. There were some comments about the fact that this is very springy. So look, let's just chat a couple of seconds about the yarn. So Noro. I love Noro. Haven't knit a lot with it lately, but I love it. I mean, it is known for its super long um, color repeats. So this is Teo sock yarn. It is 50 cotton, 17 wool, 17 nylon, and 16 silk. So cotton and silk feels really, really nice. And I know, like, oh my gosh, you guys, this is like truly going back. Yeah, more than 12 years ago. There was our guild was on a little bit of a kick in buying this sock yarn. There was I think it was called the roller coaster, a one skein shawl. You know how it goes. One lady came into our guild meeting, either wearing or knitting this roller coaster shawl, and it's basically asymmetrical, or it might have been there might have been shaping on both ends. Can't really remember now. Anyways, it was just ridges of stockinette, reverse stockinette, kind of made ridges. Anyway, it was very, very simple, but easy and fun to knit. And knitting it out of the Noro with the beautiful color repeats. Um, Literally, we all found the pattern that night. And the next guild meeting, more than half of us had cast on. So that was kind of the start of why I started collecting this yarn, was to do that shawl scarf is really a scarf pattern. Anyways, that is the story behind this yarn. And so I probably just picked this up because I don't know, it was pretty. It's pink. My mom likes pink, so this would be definitely a good yarn for my mom. So the other option, I did pick out another one. So I picked this one first. This was my first go-to. And then I was kind of looking around and I saw another sock yarn, but it was just tonal bluey gray. And I pulled it out and I had it up against this and I thought, oh, that other color is just so boring. I want something else bright. So I did a little looking, and this one here I know has been in the voting before. And obviously, it has never won because it went back in my stash. This yarn I've only had, I don't know, maybe 5 years, but 5 years is starting to get up there too. This yarn, I'm sure this came from Lisa from the Codependent Knitters in um, a yarn swap that we did at a retreat. And somehow she, the lover of gray that she is, had this yarn in her stash. So it was like meant to come home with me. It's called Cherry Pits. Can you read the title? Or the title? The ball band. Frolicking Feet. Um, Done Roving Yarns, hand painted, colors Cherry Pits, 100% superwash merino. So there, I know we don't want to get into too much of the debate about what makes a good sock yarn, but I know some people will knit 100% wool socks if it's tightly spun. I don't take that chance. If it doesn't have nylon in it, it means that this becomes a shawl or a scarf. So, anyways, hi Eva. I'm so happy you're here. Happy Monday, Tuesday morning for you. Anyways, they are both super fun. There was a lot of votes, you guys. Uh-oh. I didn't figure out my percentage, not that it really matters. There was So typically on a Monday night, we get 106. I don't know why it's 106, not 110 or 12 or something, but 106 votes is about the number we get. Tonight, there was 161. I guess when you put two beautiful colors of sock yarn up against one another, it gets people voting. A lot of people were voting for Noro. There was a lot of comments about the one that this looked like spring. This one looked like fall. Some people were saying, we need spring. We need color right now. Go for the pretty spring colored one. Spring's around the corner. Knit this for spring. Other people who have know my speediness for getting things finished, they opted for the fall colored one. They're like, Louise, spring is too close around the corner. Basically, you will never get this finished in time to wear it for spring. Go for a fall shawl. Cast it on now. Have all summer to knit it. And maybe with some luck, it will be done in time for fall. um, and both is right. Like this is the year that I am hoping to have a little bit better track record for finishes and more timely finishes. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see. Well, remains to be seen. We're only 1 month in, and I'm not really holding up that end of the bargain yet, but the year is young. There's still lots of time for catching up. Okay, so Liz is giving me the drum roll. So I don't know. I didn't do my percentage. It was somewhat close, but you guys, there was a lot of votes, and that's why I was a few minutes late tonight because I worked late and I rushed home, and then I had to count all 161 votes, which was really, really fun. Spring 2025, Diane says. I know, totally could be. Um, Anyways, yeah, and again, some nights the voting, it's it'll be left, 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 right, left, 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 right. Um, Not tonight. It honestly, as I was counting them up, I had no idea until I counted the very last one, added them all up. which one won, and I was actually a little surprised. So, let's see. I'm just curious what the percentage is because I don't know. Doesn't really make any difference. But um, oh, okay, let me see if I can type it right. Um, dun, dun, dun. Ooh, okay. So see, the percentage does help makes more sense in my head. So the ball of yarn that won with only 53% of the votes. So that was close. That was really, really close. And the one that is going to get cast on and then promptly set down so I can knit on my sweater is Cherry Pits. So this one has finally won its vote. Yeah, I know it's been out at least once, maybe twice. I don't know if this is the second or third time, but it won. It beat out Noro. I have to say, I was surprised because Liz is Liz, you obviously voted for this one. Um, I don't know. I was really thinking that Noro was going to be the one that was going to come out in the end, and it is not. And I don't know. You guys are all thinking that I need to take extra time to knit, which is probably an accurate assumption. Oh, yay for cherry pits. I know. Now when you know the name and you look at it, it really does look like the color of cherry pits, doesn't it? Outside and inside of cherries. So fun. Oh, Liz, you're back on a winning streak. Woohoo. Yay, that's so exciting. I mean, really, there is no loser, right? I mean, it's all super gorgeous yarn. Except for maybe that one skein that I put back on the shelf when I looked at it and thought, "Oh, no, you're too boring." That poor guy, he really did lose out. He didn't even make it into the voting round. Anyways, that'll be another I think that skein, I had actually bought it to match up, like, to pair with a variegated. So, yeah, so it won't be so dull and boring once it's actually worked with what it's supposed to actually be with. Um Oh, Sally says, "Will it be a different pattern or the same thing you have been knitting?" I'm thinking just in an effort to try try to get it done quick as this poor shawl sits here. Uh-oh. I think my laptop's sitting on the shawl. Hold on. I'm going to try not to jiggle you around too much. Okay. I'm going to ask a question, but I really don't want an answer to it. Remember this one, this wildflower, this gorgeous one that I absolutely am in love with? I didn't knit on it this week. It's just been sitting here. But look, it's getting some size. But when did I cast this on? Sometime last year. Was it spring? Was it summer? I don't know. It's not done yet. But anyways, it will be because it's going to be my next whip that I'm going to work on because I really do want to wear it. But I was going to say this is going to be the same shape as that because it is quick and easy, and, it is a quick and easy knit when you're not knitting, you know, 10 other things at the same time. So, to get done quickly, I can make it a Sophie scarf. You're right, but you guys, you know what? I will never wear a Sophie scarf. So, if I was to give it as a gift, I could do a Sophie scarf. But, look at my whiteboard. Yeah, no, don't yeah, I know. My whiteboard from last year I erased. So, I have to go back through my Instagram post and I can find out when it was. But, yes, this one here, I mean, the asymmetrical shells are in theory, they are quick. It is only 1 skein of yarn. So, that should be fairly quick, and, it's an easy like, there's no pattern to it, right? It's just a 2-row repeat. You're on the front side, you're on the back side. You're on the increase side, you're on the shaping side. Um, so it does make it for a good knit night project. Um, and fingers crossed you don't mess it up. It's about knit night proof as you can get. So this is what I'm going to do with this one because I think it'll be gorgeous. I love an asymmetrical scarf shawl. I mean, really a scarf. One skein is going to end up being a scarf. But anyways, it'll be so fun. I love this. And you guys are giving me lots of time to get it done. So that is fun. Let's see. Oh, Nikki says the hipster shawl. Yeah, that's a pretty one. I like that. Goes super fast. And it's beautiful with one just one ball of yarn. Is what Nikki is saying. I know it really is gorgeous, isn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Um, Eva, yay, I'm knitting. Oh, and you're knitting a sweater in fallish colors, beige, heathered, red, and brown, because that's my all year colors. Nothing wrong with that, right? So fun. Okay, this will be great. Also, so much sweater knitting has to happen this week. I know it does. Okay, before we talk too much about sweater knitting, yes, this one here. So I do have to wind it. Okay. I don't know. This one will get started in the next night or two. I have only knit on my sweater about 2 rounds this morning before I went to work. So I need to knit a lot on my sweater tonight. So that skein may just wait for a night or two before it actually officially gets cast on. But you guys, I finished this on Saturday while Cheryl and I were chatting. Did I cast it off? I think I was casting it off while we were chatting, doing the Fiber Friends. Okay, so I don't have my ends woven. That's okay. That won't take too long. But look at it. This just makes me so happy just to roll it right back up, and it looks just like the looks like how it did in the ball, right? Just happen to have a random Karen cake sitting right here because why not? Anyway, this was so fun. So you guys know, I know a finish. You guys know I've been talking about this for like ever and ever and ever, but my mistake rib scarf is all done. So this is where my marker was. So last Monday I was here and I knit all of this past week until Saturday. And it's wonderful. It's super, super long. It's longer than my arm span by a bit. I didn't actually measure it, and it is the whole entire ball. This is what I had left. Okay, where's the end? Right there. That's all I had left. Could I have done one more row? Maybe. Oh, wait. Is that? Yes, it is. That's what I had left. Could I have done one more row? Maybe. Maybe, but it's close enough. Used it all. So what I'm going to do when I do weave in the ends, I have a little pottery dish downstairs that has been collecting all of my ends. Every time I weave something in, I cut it off, I put it in this little pottery bowl because I have cranked out a couple of headbands probably since I talked about cranking. And then all of the ends are going to go in this big glass bowl. I guess it's a bowl. It's not really a vase. And oh, maybe the orange crush. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be really super fun. So this here, mistake rib. Oh my goodness, I love it. So I can wrap it around twice, and I've just got little ends that could just cross inside the coat, or I can just wrap it twice, and then I've got, or what do I have here? Once, I mean, twice, 3 times. Okay, let me think here. What am I doing? So there we go. Go around one more time. And then I've got nice long ends if you want them to hang down your coat. So this was, what did we say, 35, 38 stitches? A multiple of 4 plus 3. And it worked out great. The length turned out really good. I mean, I would not want it any narrower, that's for sure. But I mean, the rib, because it's rib, it narrows in a lot. but when you like double wrap it, you've got lots here to keep you nice and warm. So it's good. I like it. This colorway was red velvet. Karen cakes. This one here, I think it was just, yeah, just Karen, just the kind of like the original Karen cakes. They have like so many of them now. And it was an 80/20, had a little bit of wool in it. It's really, really nice. So it was the perfect use of one big ball of Karen cakes. Make a long, skinny scarf. This is fun. So I think this will probably go in the gift box for next year. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe my nephew might give this to. We'll see. Okay. Now I think I definitely have to sew this end in. But a finish, you guys. A finish. So that makes me super happy. Now, February. February is all about sweater knitting. So what do we have? The 2-week sweater knitting challenge is on the go with Jocelyn and I, and there's about 11 other people that are knitting along with us. I'm not going to try to remember everybody's names, but we were chatting Friday night. Jocelyn and I were chatting, kicking off the sweater knitting challenge. And if you guys missed all that excitement, if you didn't hear us Friday night and then missed us again Saturday on the Fiber Friends podcast, Jocelyn and I were all set. We knew what we were going to knit for sweaters. And then this lovely woman, Vanessa, popped in the comments and was saying, "Oh, have you heard of this sweater? And I just started it today for my 2-week sweater challenge." We went and looked on Ravelry as we were talking live, and then we all of a sudden decided, "Oh, I think we're going to knit it too." So I had decided, because I think, was it last week here on Monday, were we talking about my sweater choices? And somebody has suggested ranunculus. And I thought, oh, that would be fun because I have never knit it before. There was a short sleeve option, or you could do long sleeve. So I bought the pattern. I did gauge swatch for it. I was all set to cast on. And then we started talking live Friday night, and then in a split second, I changed my mind. I'm like, "Ah, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that." So we cast on and we started let me see if I can get this name right. Simple Summer V-neck top down. Simple, I think if you Google simple, or not Google, but go onto Ravelry, Simple Summer V-neck top down. I think that's it. There's a no, tweed. There's tweed in there. Like, there is so many. I find that so hard. Simple summer tweed V-neck top down sweater. It's a mouthful. Simple summer tweed top down V-neck. I had the top down and V-neck. Oh, it's been a week of almost talking about this, and I almost got the name right. I know it's hard. There's a lot of words to remember. Thanks, Jocelyn. Anyways, Alice, 2 weeks? Yes, ma'am, 2 weeks. So let's see. We started Friday night. Well, actually started Saturday. We were podcasting live, Jocelyn and I, Friday night. My plan was we were going to get done talking. I was going to like re-swatch for the simple summer tweed top down V-neck sweater. And then I was going to cast on. Well, I didn't. I was so tired. I fell asleep. So I started Saturday and I did a swatch again, and I got cast on, and I made good progress. So thankfully, this past weekend, I had a very relaxing weekend. Did not have to do a whole lot. So I was going to find where I left it. I was able to do a fair amount of knitting. So, oh, Susanna's got the name in there too. Perfect. Thank you. Alice, it is a free pattern. And there's options. You can do the V-neck, or it does come as a crew neck. And there is women's sizing and men's sizing as well. So I know, I was very surprised that it was free. I was totally expecting and willing to pay for it. So this is it, you guys. So this is it. This is my ball, and it's the center. It's about half gone. So I'm happy about that. Um, Lots of you guys will know that I like to have like a plan to kind of know how much I need to knit every day so I can try to stay on track. And I think I'm on track for right now. Oh Liz, you swatched for the Autumn League pullover. Will not try to do it in 2 weeks. Well, you know what? The Fiber Friends are the sweater challenge goes the whole month long. So you can just, make your own personal goal. Do you want to get the whole body done? Do you want to get the yoke done? Um, and see what you can do in the month. So I will show this to you. I have super simple V-neck. No, no super. This name. Simple summer tweed top down V-neck. Holy moly, I got to think about that. So here I am. V-neck sleeves, because if you've got one, you better have the second one. And there I've got a little bit done under the sleeve divide. Oh, Jocelyn says I'm so far behind you. Well, you know what? You will probably catch up this week. And yeah, so I'm going to sit and I'm going to knit tonight and on the body, but it was, um, I mean, I had no issues with the pattern. I'm knitting the extra large. Which way do I want to go here? Okay, we'll do that. So there's just some nice raglan increases here. The yarn, oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, I am in love with this yarn. So let's talk a little bit about the yarn. So here it is in the ball, and it is a wool, 51 wool, 49% acrylic. And see how it's got that fuzz? It looks like it's a mohair, has that halo to it. Well, I thought for, well, I don't know. The first little while I was knitting with this, and I was pulling this out. Every time I pulled it out, I got a clump of yarn. Because you know what it's like, right? When you're knitting with really fuzzy yarn, it likes to stick to itself. Well, I spent a little bit of time when just the center was coming out of the ball. I think it was just wound in there so tight that every time I pulled an arm's length out, is it gonna, oh no, it's not. Anyways, I was pulling out a clump and then I'd have to stop and I would have to separate strand by strand by strand. So I was like, oh my goodness, if I have to do this for the whole ball, that would have been a game changer, I think. But luckily, it did not happen, just for the first little bit. And once I got that big center clump out of here and got it knit. Now it's just pulling it really nicely and it's knitting up wonderfully well. Hi, Daisy. I have a very hungry kitty. I'm sure you can hear her. She's protesting that I chatting with you guys before I fed her. So, anyways, this yarn, where'd my ball band go? Hi, Daisy. Are you coming up here? The yarn is fantastic. So, there's the ball band. Melange Garzato. I'm guessing that's the fuzzy option. Um, it is nice. So it's a 200-gram ball. There's 700 meters. So I've got two balls of it, and um, I'm thinking I'm just going to do bracelet length or 3/4 length. I don't know. Is bracelet and 3/4 length the same thing? Bracelet just sounds so much fancier. I don't know. Um, or is bracelet a little longer? Is 3/4 like just past, like in between? I'm okay. I've been sitting here waiting for Daisy to jump up on me and dig her claws in, and here she is. Okay, so anyways, it, okay, I got totally distracted there. Finger length, 3/4 length. So it's 3/4 length closer to elbow, like somewhere in between, and bracelet a little bit just above wrist length. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna kind of play with somewhere around there for I don't know, for some reason, that's what I'm thinking. Typically, I'd like to have a sweater that I can kind of pull it down over my hands. We'll see. I don't know. I have a little while before I get to the sleeves, so we'll wait and see how long the sleeves actually get. What weight is the yarn? Well, it says, see right on the ball band, it does say Aran. There, see Aran? But I don't think that's right. It is a little thicker. You guys all remember the November sweater that I started? It was in one of those big balls too. Very, very similar yarns. Um it was called Shiva, was its make of yarn. And they're very similar. This here, the melange, don't do that, Daisy, please, was a little bit thicker than that. I'm knitting them both on a 5 millimeter needle though. But this is definitely not Aran. Not Aran. I don't know. I thought maybe the fuzz, like sometimes that halo kind of fills in a little bit. And so the yarn may look thinner, but knit to a tighter gauge. But DK Sport, I don't know. That's what I think it is. But it does list it as Aran weight, but I would probably say DK. Um, oh, Donna Jean, how are you? So Donna Jean, if you missed, this is it. I can't remember which one you ended up voting for. Did you vote for this one? Anyways, um, so my sweater. So, anyways, I love this yarn. Once the little bit of this, the yarn sticking to itself, once that little bit was over, I love this yarn. I'm already. Yesterday, I was taking some a little break in between knitting, and I was going on the website, and I was trying to figure out what all colors that came in and thinking I just need to like buy every single color probably. Yeah, I really, 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 really like it. Like it a lot. I will knit with it again for sure. Oh, Susie, you're using a 5 millimeter with worsted. So I know it's really funny because I'm using the 5 millimeter too. Now my gauge is loose. I yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still on a 5. I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh, where I'm probably dropping needles here or stitches. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. Anyways, I'm knitting it at a really, really loose gauge, and I like how it's knitting up. It's light as a cloud. I love it. Every time I pick it up, I'm just surprised at how lightweight it is. I really like it a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm gonna look. I know when I bought this at the yarn shop, and the store owner that she said that it's listed as an Aran weight, and I'm like, and I know the Shiva was definitely thinner because when I picked this up to knit with it, it felt thicker than the other sweater that I'm knitting. So definitely this one is a little thicker, but I would not say Aran. But anyways, they're all a little bit different. And sometimes you just have to knit a gauge swatch. Daisy, oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, Donna Jean, you voted for no, but they are both pretty. They are both really pretty. So it is, yes. Not anyways, so that's that. So I am last night I was ahead of schedule. Which is very good because I think I'm gonna need to be ahead of schedule when I go into this weekend because my granddaughter is coming to stay with me for 4 days. So that is going to be squeezing in some stitches whenever I possibly can. So, but anyways, yeah, so I'm going to work on it tonight. I always think once I get to this point, I want to pick up and I would really like to knit the sleeves, but that means I have to find another needle and I don't want to do that. So I think I will just keep going on the body. Now, the pattern does call for waist shaping. I don't know if I'm going to fiddle with that or not, because waist shaping is probably gonna be exactly right when I have a baby to look after, and it means you have to count rows or measure, and I don't know if I wanna fiddle with that. I might just put them in, eyeball it, and do some decreases, knit a little bit, and add the increases back in. I could do that, or I may not. I may just knit it straight. So that is that. That is my sweater knitting, you guys. So 2 week sweater knitting challenge. I am optimistic. I'm optimistic because, yeah, I because we started on a Friday, not a Thursday. Next Friday, I'll have a little more time to knit. So the very last day of the challenge, I will have a little extra time. So I'm hoping that I can maybe catch up a little bit or be finishing a sleeve. So we'll see. We'll see. But I know there's a lot of people that have cast on. And so the Autumn League, there's a couple people I know are knitting that one. There's a handful of people doing the one that I'm doing and the one Jocelyn's doing. And it's really fun. And so this one is the what we really liked about this one, so the V-neck is just a rolled edge to it. There's no like collar on it. It's just rolled and it just gives it a really relaxed like Saturday morning throw on your comfy go-to sweater. So that was really what just the neckline. Other than that, it's a raglan sweater. It's super easy, which makes it really good for the 2 week sweater challenge because there's no pattern reading. It's really it was a good one. So it's probably worked out well that I switched, but the ranunculus, I'm really, really liking it. And it looks really fun. And I see it as being a summer sweater. So I'm thinking that may be a new start, maybe come like April or May with some sock yarn, knit it really drapey and open, short sleeves. It's just something to be a spring knit, spring wear, which means I probably should cast it on right as soon as I'm finished this one. But, and just like wear it over a tank top or something and just throw it on. So, yeah, but like who was it Diane said there's always next year, right? I could be knitting my next year spring and summer wardrobe right now. Oh, Susanna, you are doing strawberry dishcloths. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Perfect. Hi, Mary. So, yeah, so I am super, super excited. Now, the one thing I just got so involved with my sweater knitting over the weekend, I have not signed up for Sock Madness yet. So, but that may be another job for tonight because it is open until next weekend, the 14th. There's 2 weeks to sign up, February 1st to the 14th. So I'm going to go on um, and do that tonight so I can get signed up for Sock Madness so we can get the sweater finished. Then we can just move right on into Sock Madness and that qualifying round. So my goal for Sock Madness is to qualify. I mean, really, I shouldn't even think it too much farther than that. I mean, if I can qualify, that like really is that's what I want to do. I want to get the pair of socks done. I want to get them submitted. I want them to pass. I want to get that email saying yes, you're in. That would make me so so happy because I did not qualify last year. So I can't even remember what I was doing. Now um I do remember going someplace and thinking, I should be home knitting. I should be home knitting. And that is the one thing with Sock Madness I find sometimes you really have to weigh, like sometimes you can't do things or go out because you have to knit because you're on literally a time crunch. And so I think that's what got me last year was I opted to do something with friends, family, and I like took a Saturday and did not knit and I didn't get my socks done. So this year, hopefully it'll work out that I can qualify. That's really what I want to do. If I can get round one finished and move on to round two, I would be like totally happy. And that's really all I want to do. So we'll see. We will see. But I don't want to get my hopes up too high because sometimes the qualifying socks can be challenging with a lot of new techniques in there to learn. So you just never know. Just got to go in with an open mind and whatever happens, happens. And you know what? Like I've said a bazillion times, if I don't make the qualifying round, well, then that's okay because I have got enough of my own socks that I could just work on. So yeah, so Susanna, these strawberry dishcloths, they sound so fun. I'm really getting this urge for spring and gardening. And I know it's just the beginning of February, but March will be here soon. And then that's, kind of the start of spring. Lynn, Louise, check out Riptide 125 pattern for the one skein scarf skull shawl by RST Design. Really nice. Oh, Kelly has knit it. Oh, okay. I will go look that up, Lynn. 125. Okay. Like putting it. Oh, 134. Okay, 135. Okay. All right. I will go look that up. Cause I'm up for I'm open for other pattern suggestions for sure. As we found out Friday night, I'm very susceptible. You just suggest something and I like drop everything and change all my plans. So, um, oh, they're crocheted. The strawberry ones are crocheted. That's fun. Jocelyn was talking to me about crocheting a scarf. I feel like maybe one month Jocelyn and I will have a crochet month, which will be totally fine for Jocelyn because like she'll whip up a sweater while I try to make a scarf or something. All right, so what are you all working on this Monday? What are your knitting plans for the rest of the week? Are you working on sweaters with us, whether it's the whole month over in the Fiber Friends, or anybody here doing the 2-week sweater? I know Nikki is. Nikki, I'm going to look at that pattern again here in a little bit, unless you've figured anything out. Oh, yeah, Jocelyn, you do like to crochet as much as you do knit. It's so funny. I was leaving work tonight, and my coworker said her daughter, who is probably like in her 20s, she said her daughter has just started to she didn't know the word. She's like, "Is it knit or crochet?" And I'm like, "2 needles or 1 hook?" And she's like, "1." I'm like, "Okay, crochet." And she's like, "Yeah, she just started to pick it up." So it's so fun that so many people are picking up crochet. Like crochet has really inspired people. It's kind of, do you guys all remember when eyelash yarn first came on the scene? Like how many years ago has that been now? Like 20 years ago or some crazy. It's like probably so long ago now. But that really seemed to get a lot of people excited about knitting, and people who hadn't knit in a long time or people who didn't knit wanted to knit all those eyelashy scarves, which is great. But as we all know, that was not a good beginner yarn for beginner knitters. But now I feel like that's kind of the same thing happening with crochet. All these granny square projects are kind of like the 70s are coming back. And it's so fun to see people just excited to make things. Oh, Don, you're working on a crochet tank. Oh, crochet tank from your local yarn shop. Oh, so a sample for the store? Oh, read the next word as a sample. And knitting a baby sweater, trying to get them done before Sock Madness. Oh my gosh, Don, I'm so excited. Um did you convince Diane to join you? Linda, oh, Linda sweater knitting. Fantastic. Oh, I know. Did you send me a picture, Sam? Is this your hat? Is that what you're sending? Oh, Donna Jean just finished weaving in ends on a project. I made mosaic knit dishcloth because Sam got you hooked. I love that. I know. Sam, remind me on Thursday. I've got a bunch of comments I want you to read because I don't think you maybe have seen them. Oh, hi, Lisa. You started out crochet, but you forgot how. My crochet, I always say my crochet is very freestyle. I can crochet. I just I just need to be a little more aware of what stitch I'm making. Oh, Mary says, when we exchanged ornaments, someone crocheted a snowflake out of a fuzzy sparkle yarn. Oh, see, that would be so fun. Yeah. And you're searching for the Riptide shawl, and I cannot seem to find it. 135? Okay. Oh, 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 Jocelyn, your niece assures you that crochet is cool again with young people. Well, that's good. I just have this feeling though. I don't know. No, anyways, I'm just glad people are having fun with it. Oh, Deborah, you made a crocheted blanket today and tomorrow putting leather. Oh, a basket. What did I? Oh, I think I saw a bee and assumed it was blanket. You made a basket and you were putting handles on it. That'll be so fun. Jocelyn's working on her sweater. Oh, not split for the sleeves yet. Well, that's all right. I know. When it just feels like right once you split for the sleeves. Bernadette sent me a message last night, and she had just split for her sleeves. And I know once you get that, it seems like like a defining moment. What's the word I want to say? Right? Like it just feels like you've got all the shaping and everything done, and now it's clear sailing down to the ribbing or rolled hem or whatever you're gonna do. Right? Nikki, it's my 2 week sweater challenge. Okay. Oh, Alyssa, you're the old one in the group. Okay. Okay. So Riptide 135 by JST Designs. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look this up too. Oh, look for JST or Jennifer Shields Tolan. JST. Okay, good. Oh, Donna Jean, I like to put crochet edging or embellishments on knitted projects. I like the fabric knitting makes, but you can get more creative with crochet details. Oh, that is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Crochet is nice because it goes faster than knitting. It does, for sure. Eva says, I am going to knit, oh, a sample sweater that has intarsia in it. So, you guys, do you know a good beginner guide to intarsia? I need to know this. Oh, intarsia is not hard. You will do so good. The trick to that is making butterflies instead of, you can use bobbins, but it just adds weight to your project. So, if you make a little yarn butterfly and hang them, keep your tails short because the longer you let those butterflies pull out, the more tangly you'll get, and then it's a yarn management issue. You just got to unwrap. And every time you switch from one color to the other, think old over new. The color that you just finished knitting, put it over top of the new color, and that locks them, and you won't get a hole between your two colors. And that's about it. Oh, and you found the pattern. Okay, do you love it? Are you going to knit it? Oh, baby kitten, hello. I'm so glad that you're back. A hooded shawl. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nikki, you're working on, oh, yeah, the habitation cardigan. It's crocheted. It uses up, oh, oh, it used up 32 ounces of yarn. Oh, and that is what you're working on for your 2 week sweater challenge. Fantastic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So many fun projects. And I just love how everybody shares what they're working on, and then it inspires so many other people to go cast it on or just put it in their Ravelry library, their to get to pile to knit at some point. I know. Fun. Oh, Sally, you're working on socks. Oh, you still have your crochet blanket in progress, waiting on February yarn for Legacy Fiber Arts. Oh, nice. Oh, lovely. Oh, Sam. Oh, did I look at your picture yet? No, I did not, because I got distracted. Okay. Oh, Sam, that looks amazing. Okay, can we see this here? Okay. There's a hat. Nice. Okay, so you think you've got it? So Sam, you'll be ready for decreases on Thursday? That is exciting. Okay, did I miss? I probably missed a few comments back here. I'm just going to kind of scroll back and see. But you guys, that's all wonderful. Okay, I'm going to have to go on Ravelry and see what I can find. Oh, so Alyssa, what is that? I need to crochet to make a granny blanket. Yeah. You know what? I have got a granny square blanket that I have had for years and years and years and years and years and years. My my grandma did not make it. She did not make it. I don't know. I don't remember my grandma crocheting. She did knit some sweaters, but she bought this at like a craft sale. And it is a granny square blanket. And I remember getting that for my grade 8 graduation present from her. And then it promptly went into my hope chest. I had a hope chest, a cedar chest, a gorgeous cedar chest. And yeah, and I use that blanket. It's starting to look a little decrepit now after all these years. I didn't use it for a lot of years. But then I thought, you know what? I need to use it. It's um yeah, you don't want to things you'd like, you need to use, right? And not just leave them sitting on a shelf somewhere. So I decided to use it, and it is very well loved. Granny squares or granny stripes? Granny stripes. I really like granny stripes. I think if I was to do something, I would do granny stripes over granny squares. But granny squares are fun too. Yes, Sam. Yes. Nancy says your hat looks good, and it does. Oh, okay. So you're going to do socks, Alyssa? Is that what you're saying? Or you should do them? Oh, Donna Jean. Okay, here's a good question. Donna Jean says, does anyone have goals for this year? I like Sam's goal to make hats. I don't know how many she's going for. I decided to make a simple hat pattern and make a bunch to donate to the ER. That's a great goal. I know Sam also gave Sam a challenge of 12 hats, just one a month. So that's totally doable. But I love that. So what I'm gonna work on is with my crank, the crank circular knitting machine, I am going to crank out a bunch of things and use up a bunch of my stash. And that is kind of my goal. I don't know as I have a number. I don't know, 52, one a week. Not that I'm gonna do one a week because there may be times where I do 2 or 3 a week, but kind of just average it out to one a week might be a goal, and then donate them come the fall at different places. I think that's a good idea. Oh, 50. Oh, using simple, yep, hat pattern. That's good. I like that. 50. That's a good round number, right? Or add 2. We go for 52. That's great. And I know, I have a friend, Amanda, who she has done that, and then, her church has collected, items, and then they've been donated places, so and she's done a lot. I don't know how I have to go back and look and see, but almost I bet you she's done probably 50. She probably does at least 1 a week. So that's a good goal. Um, that's right. Shave all the fuzz off my blanket. I know. That's right. I know you have to do that, right, with some of our things that are well loved. Just yes, give them a little refresher. Don't forget the thumbs up button. Thanks, Lynn. Okay, Sam, your hat is 9 inches. I will be ready for the Eco Thursday. I most certainly will help you. That's fun. Sam's gonna have a finished hat. This, I think, will be just what your second hat that you've ever done. You did one a few years ago. So this is kind of just a refresher for you. And so now once you've gone through the whole process of the hat, right? Because it is a thing like to be able to cast on and get joined in the round and then know how long you like your ribbing and work the body and then to figure out the decreases because you're going to do your decreases on DPNs. So that's, just get the feel of that back. And once you've got it all done, you will just be knitting hats like crazy. I have no doubt. Oh, you don't know if you like hat knitting? Well, you know what, Sam? Once you get this one done and you cast on the other one and you can zip through it fine without having to ask questions along the way, it's like anything new. You just got to kind of get through the first one and just carry on, right? It's all good. Oh, does the blue yarn shed when you knit with it? No. You know what? It does not. It does not shed at all. I no. And sometimes, when you're knitting with like alpaca or mohair or something, and sometimes you get like little fluffs, like and like you can taste it, like it gets in your mouth. That has not happened at all either. No, no, absolutely not. So, yeah, that's fun. That's a good question. Sally, oh, your goal is to knit from stash. Not too many hats. I've got, oh, I gave most of your acrylic yarn away. Okay. Well, knitting from stash is good. I mean, I think most of us, most of us always seem to have that kind of goal. I definitely want to knit more from stash than what I buy. Kind of it's like a balancing, but yeah, hopefully more gets knit than what comes in, but I'm not gonna really track that too closely. Oh, hypothermia and frostbite. Alyssa, yikes. Oh, in California because I wore wet clothes inside a cold building. Oh dear. Donna Jean, use Lion Brand Wool Ease or Patton's version so they are washable and they won't have to worry about messing. Yes. I know. I love the Lion Brand Wool Ease, like the thick and quick. It does knit up fairly quick. Just do ribbed hats on there. I've done a bunch of those and really, really like that. Oh, Liz, your plans to knit from stash too? Good. Yeah, well, those are all good goals, you guys. Oh, so you just bundled up. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Oh, hey, Sherry, your goal is no. Oh, really? No new yarn this year. I just learned I have 30 plus sweater quantities of yarn and lots of single skeins. Yeah, that is kind of an eye opener when you actually organize it and see what you have. Well, you know what? You don't need to shop. You've already bought beautiful, beautiful yarn and you've got it right there at your fingertips. So I know instead of thinking as soon as somebody says I'm not going to buy yarn, it's like literally I just immediately go, like what? How can you not buy yarn? Like, oh my goodness, that just sounds like a punishment, but not really, because we need to think of it differently is that we get to enjoy all the yarn in our stash. Because I know every time, like, I will knit with something that I've had in my stash for like a long, long time, and I start knitting with it and I love it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I knit with this sooner? So that's kind of exciting, Sherry, that you will get to use all those yarns and then wear them or gift them and yeah, and then clear out some room for new stuff next year. But I know that's exciting. Ooh, oh my gosh, Alyssa, so you wore three jackets, scarves, mitts, hat inside. Oh well, that would warm you up. Liz, you have been getting rid of a lot of I do not plan on using. Yeah, and see, I did that a while ago, got rid of a lot of that I wasn't gonna use. And yeah, I feel like every so often we need to go through and kind of purge out our stash, don't we? Because our likes change and styles change, different yarn dyers, just things change, or maybe your color palette changes. Like I've been like being more drawn to pinks lately, which totally shocks me. So yeah, every once in a while you just got to clear out because even if you don't like it, somebody else out there is going to love it. So, yeah, it's nice knowing that it's gonna go to a different home where somebody's really gonna enjoy it. I know, poor Michaels. Michaels, their bottom line will take a hit if if I stop going there, but I know, I do. I know. I did pretty good, like, so far. I mean, what are we in, like, the 6th or 7th week of the year? I've even lost track, and it's only been a few. I know, and I've done pretty good for this year. I haven't bought too much yet. I have bought some, but not a lot. It could have been worse. Oh, Woolies for hats. Yes, I know. I love Woolies. I love the Thick and Quick because it gets up warm. My brother has said it's the warmest hat he's ever had. He loves it. So every couple of years, I need him a brand new one out of a different color. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see somebody when they don't know you're going to see them, like you run into them unexpectedly, and they're wearing your knitted hat. Um, that's always fun. So, anyways, you guys, oh, it is just after 9 o'clock. We've just hit our 1 hour mark. So I think we will wrap up because I know I have some sweater knitting I have to do, and there's probably a few other people out there. Mind you, you guys have probably been sweater knitting while we've been chatting, but um, I need to get on it, and I may just wind this up or find needles. This is going to look so fun. I am so glad you guys picked this. I can't wait to see this knit up, and I will go take a look for that 135 shawl pattern. So yes, Jocelyn and I will be right back here 7:30 Friday night. And we will talk about give an update on our sweaters and we'll just kind of see where we are. We'll chat about the pattern if anybody, so everybody else who's out there, um, you know, come Friday night and chime in on the pattern. Let us know how it's going. Post pictures over in the Fiber Friends Facebook group of your sweater, your pattern, like or just let us know the pattern or link to the pattern. We don't want to give away any patterns that are like paid for patterns, any part of the actual pattern. But yeah, and show us your works in progress. Just spread the sweater knitting love around. So fun. All right. Oh, Carol, you got the leg of a sock finished tonight. Yay, that's so exciting. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go knit like crazy tonight and get a little bit more done on this sweater so I can stay ahead of the game. That is my plan. So thank you so much for voting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting with me. Have a fantastic week, everybody. I hope everybody's had a great Monday and happy sweater knitting, everybody. See you Friday night.